All right, welcome back, everybody. Today, we're enjoying some nice sunshine over the weekend, and we're going to do some rust prevention. So, if you look closely, you'll notice some mud stains right behind the fender flares in the front and rear tire, and we're going to do something to correct that today. Off camera, over the past couple weeks, I have been trying to do some preventative maintenance on my truck just to keep it healthy and rust free as much as I can. So the bumpers, the rockers, everything has been rust treated and sprayed with color match Raptor liner. Nice cosmetic upgrade. Also treated the inside of the rockers and cross members and frame with both Eastwood rust preventative and this KBS cavity coat. So trying to keep it looking good for a long time. So as I mentioned, I want to add some mud flaps today to get rid of some of the rock and gravel spray. I live on a very short section of dirt road, but it's a pretty nasty one. So going old school today, just enjoying the sunshine, doing a paper template, fumbling for my razor blade that I dropped. I left that in there because I like seeing myself struggle, as weird as that sounds. So doing a quick paper template so I can match side to side. Trying to get a nice shape. Squaring up the bottom here. And then I'm coming up an inch on each side, using welding wire to kind of French in a curve there. This was kind of a wasted effort, but at the time I didn't know that, so. I'm making these out of ABS sheet. This is a reasonably inexpensive material. I got a little bit of this from like an industrial surplus situation, so not in this very much financially, just a little bit of time to trim out some panels and make up some mud flaps, me thinking that this will be something good to go along with the other rust preventative stuff I've been doing. So here we are, tracing out the paper template onto the sheet using a silver Sharpie. Super handy tool to have, especially when you're dealing with black sheet goods like this. Left behind some panels with the crystal salt blade in the surface grinder. A little sketchy, but man, it just eats. Jigsaw. I'm not sponsored by DeWalt. I never liked jigsaws, but this one from DeWalt, very smooth. You can manipulate the speed with the throttle. I really like it. I was surprised how much I liked it. Half by 18 belt sander out just to do a little deburring. That worked out just fine. So quick test fit. Stuff's lining up nice. We come back. I hole sawed around the mounting holes for the flares so that these will get riveted to the flares and they can come off with the flares. That needs to happen occasionally to take out the fender liners for maintenance, shock replacement, that sort of thing. So here I am getting it pre-drilled. I'm going to rivet into the flares and bolt into the inner fender. These are like a tri-lobe rivet for soft materials. That went by a little fast, but these are really handy because they wing out and they'll grab kind of like a fender washer. So these are 3/16 rivets. A little trick here, I'm spinning a drill bit with a pair of vice grips. So I stood back, I looked at this, and I decided that I just absolutely hated it. Really did not like the look of it. Gave it a little bit of thought, tempted to drill the rivets out, but I thought, let's try something different. Broke out the heat gun. I thought maybe if I could fold these up, I could still get the protection on the bottom of the the bedside, the rocker area that I wanted, but not have it stick down and just. I didn't even take any good video of what they look like. I just didn't like the look of it. End of story. So I'm folding them up here, thinking maybe I could salvage this little heat gun with thermoforming action, trim them out to be a little bit more like a race car. Didn't think this is where I was headed from the beginning. But here we are. The front's a little less obvious what the solution needs to be. I've got the running boards that's protecting the most of it. There's just a little gap between the fender flare and the running board. And so here I'm marking out a cardboard template. I'm just thinking through what the shape can look like. I have the brackets coming down for the running boards as an easy attachment point. You'll notice a lot of trimming here because I bought wheels with too much negative offset. I had to trim, a while ago, the inner fender, a little bit of the pinch weld and the inner and outer rocker. So doing a quick rough trim of the cardboard template. I'm going to transfer that to the ABS sheet, similar to the rear. Jigsaw out the shape, deburr it. The tab got thermoformed down. I didn't get a good video of that. I was slightly off camera and forgot to adjust the camera position. But hey, we're getting better. Doesn't mean we're doing a perfect job. So jigsawing this out. And I did make a set left and right with the grain up on both so that visibly they look the same side to side. This is smooth ABS sheets, 3/16 sheet, textured on one side, smooth on the other. Yeah, and you can see how well that silver Sharpie just pops on black material. Super handy if you've never used it before. Especially on glossy materials like this where like a silver pencil just doesn't transfer well at all. They don't last very long, but worth it, 100%. So now we're back, quick drill. I was fighting it a little bit because I drilled it exactly 3/16. I ended up going to get a number drill, something like a 195 diameter. That way it would, the rivets would slip in just a little bit easier. I was fighting it and it wasn't, I just didn't need to fight it. I needed to go get the right size drill there. So easy to do when you have a drill index. If you don't, just go up a fractional size. They don't need to be super tight, especially with these big winged rivets that we're using. I feel like I should kind of whisper through this part. So 3D designed spacer with some arrow shape to it because why not? Onto the bamboo printer. Printed in PET G carbon filled. Pulled off the printer. Oh, so nice. Look at that finish. Let's get some bolts out. Be amazed at my organization skills. Let's precisely drill this hole. First try. Tighten the bolt. Smile for the camera. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. All right, so here it is a little cleaner, quicker wrap up. We've got the little wing plates here. I think I'm still gonna get some spray kind of through this volume, but I didn't want them to look too obtrusive, and now I'm looking at it thinking maybe I'll cut another set, bring them out, because why do I care that much? Would it be so bad to bring them out even closer to the edge. I mean, edge of the tire would be a little excessive, but anyway, mostly happy with the back. That looks kind of splitter-esque. It catches most of the tire, but I really wanted to keep the spray from getting, and I've got a gap here, right, which is ideal, so that I can get this washed out and it's not gonna collect as much. The print looks nice in there, blends in with the whole thing. I'll probably get a stainless bolt for it in time, but quick little update. Try to keep this thing rust free. The Raptor line on the flare rockers all the way down. Flares are pulled off. I'll throw some pictures up, and then this is all Raptor line, and then everything behind the bumper, and then obviously the bumper. So if you guys have priced the new truck lately, so this guy's not going anywhere for a while. Yeah, not a bad afternoon, little preventative, little rust preventative. So it's good. It's good. This thing's fighting me, but I'm gonna win. You'll see. Come back next week. You'll see. I'm gonna win. It's gonna make air pressure. Okay, that's all.